Hey guys, yeah, just wanted to share a quick reflection I had today with my partner Mia. Discussion regarding building systems and processes in our company, specifically like in the sales department and such. One reflection that came up and a little bit insight that came up was it's really important to build systems in all the departments of your business. And in the early part of building the processes, it is very easy to have the situation where your team member would be doing things that are either missing steps, or they might be doing the wrong thing, forget about checking something, or they might forget about a step. Because when you're systemizing at the very beginning, your process is all evolving at a quicker pace. Like your first version of your SOP is probably going to be updated within 1 or 2 days because you discover, oh shoot, we got to do this too, and you add. So within 1 or 2 weeks, you could have like 3, 4, 5, 6 different versions of SOPs. But I guess one of the things what we realize is that often when we are training our team members, you only give them that existing version, right? The latest version of the SOP. And what happens is they memorize it, right? Or they learn it and say, okay, this is the way to do it. And then they don't really look at that SOP again. And they just basically do the task based on memory. And the problem with that is if they're not being guided to say, hey, listen, it's great that you learn the process, but it's actually really important that every time you do the task that you still refer to the latest SOP and make sure that that is followed, then you could run into the issue where the team member will be doing the task in a way that he or she was originally taught. But because over time, that SOP have been updated 3, 4, 5 times, and the person has been informed of those changes, but that person haven't had a chance to really spend time to memorize the new changes, that person is still doing the task the way that he or she was taught the first time around. And then the issue with that would be the person will be doing the task wrong because it wouldn't include all the additional things that needed to be done based on the new changes that was made to that SOP that was developed after that team member was trained using that version that he or she was trained initially. What could come up with is you might start realizing, oh man, this person keeps making the same mistakes over and over and over. But in actual fact, it's because this person was never guided in such a way to say, hey, listen, even though you know the task that you're doing, right, by heart, we still want you to still have the SOP, open the SOP before you do the task, or the checklist when you finish the task, before you close out the task, is to check the latest SOP and the checklist and make sure all of these items are done, because it is very likely that if this list has been updated over time and you weren't aware of it, there might be things you have missed from the latest version. And I think this is one of the very common issues that many people run into, many entrepreneurs I think they run into with their team members, where the team member could be perceived as refusing to learn or refusing to improve because they're kind of like already used to the habit of doing it the way that they were taught originally. This happens especially with tasks that have a lot of little steps and a lot of little moving parts and a lot of details that could be missed, is especially when it's important to continue to let the team member know that when they're doing this, that the process might have changed since the last time they've done this task before. So definitely the most important thing is to download and open the latest version of the SOP and to refer to it. Use it as a checklist before they close out the task to ensure everything was done and done in the right order. This is an important way to implement in your systems and processes in your company to ensure that you are setting your team members up for success and not setting them up for failure. Everybody comes to work wanting to do a good job, but sometimes if they're not set up, the systems and processes are set up in such a way to help them to succeed and make it as easy as possible for them to succeed, then they could be just doing the best they can and keep making the same mistakes over and over and over. It's going to demoralize them. It's going to demoralize the rest of the team. It's going to make you, as a team leader, start to have negative emotions towards this team member. But in actual fact, this team member is trying to do the best they can, but they just have not been guided with the most important instruction of the task, which is to make sure they download the latest SOP and double check it before they close out the task to ensure everything is done. Thank you so much, guys, for watching this. Hope this has provided value for you. Okay, thank you.